Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2.
He won't go to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place.
Today, let's help out a single mom.
But I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
He's just a boy.
He's an apostate.
Good to see you again.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother. You won't be able to protect your son from the Templars alone.
I have done all I can to protect him. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Or others.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
Not this Circle.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, crawling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turned to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
When I find him, it's my decision whether he is safer in the Circle, or eliminated.
How could you? We would never... No, please don't hurt him. He's just a boy. Talk to him. I know you'll see he's a good lad. He just needs to be protected from himself. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are two places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainriel might have sought him out.
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
That is true.
You and Fainriel's father are not married?
Vincento had no desire for a wife or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him. I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Fainriel wanted to meet him.
I'll ask around, but no guarantees.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
My husband Wesley was a Templar. They're not all fanatics to be feared.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Well, guess we're going to find
Where did
someone's
you learn
lost
your
child.
magic? I mean, you know my feelings on the Circle, but usually it's the only decent training a mage can get.
My father taught me. He was in the Circle once, trained there. But he got away.
You don't know how lucky you were to have someone who loved you and could help you. Most mages would kill for that.
You remind me of him.
Well, let us first go and find Vincenzo over here in the bazaar and have a little chat with him. about his son.
Greetings, my lady. You look like a woman who'd appreciate the finest rubies from Antiva raising her lovely neck. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to tie Vincento down.
Please, Sirrah. I know you must fear for Fainriel, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sirrah. You'll find no better friend to a young, scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
The boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
Does this Samson have a residence in Kirkwall?
No. He's a wanted man. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
Well, that was a good lead. Well, let's see what we can get from Thrask.
The Rite of Tranquility is the whole problem. If they didn't have that to hold over us, we'd have so many more options.
Right. If we want to fight back, or just engage in intelligent debate, they make sure we can't do it.
They're forcing our hands. There's no way to change things peacefully.
There must be something.
If it's tranquility or death, we have no choice but to make every confrontation a life or death struggle.
I know, but there are good people in the Circle, the Chantry. There has to be a way to reason with them.
Not if they take away your ability to reason.
Are you the Templar who is pursuing the boy Fainriel?
I did not realize his name was known so widely. Are you a friend of his?
Have you met him? What is he like?
From his mother's description, he sounds much like any youngster we bring to the Circle. Frightened of his gift, resentful at losing his freedom, convinced he is the one exception to our laws. Hardly someone you would wish the power to murder people with his mind.
An untrained mage cannot be set loose on innocent people.
They always think of us as the enemy, but it is the mages themselves who are protected most by the Circle and its rituals.
That's not true.
If we do not find Fainriel soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I have said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
Aveline, don't you think this matter concerns the whole city?
It does, and you Templars are spread thin to begin with.
True. Sadly, there are more mages fleeing than we can easily keep up with.
Then let the city guard do what we're good at. I can track the boy.
There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson. He left the Order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to help mages flee Kirkwall. If Fainriel went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I've seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
Both of those gave us the same lead. But while we're here, let's talk to this fella.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solivitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Talk.
All business. I like you. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Many mages resent the history of the gallows. It does not trouble.
Yeah, turn that map occupied Kirkwall.
Try to keep track of your things.
Don't wave that around. I mean, thank you. This perfectly normal item.
And while I was wandering around, I found the next one of these, which seems to disclose more interesting things about Kirkwall itself. But over in Samson.
Old Vincento said someone might come sniffing around. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than a burned-out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything to keep you, you know. You join the Order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who've got the dust.
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, just about kills you.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
You don't cooperate, and the Templars will know you're helping rogue mages.
Rogue? Is that what you should be called, just for wanting to live like a person, not a beast? Wish I could do more, but I need coin to live, and your lad Fainriel didn't have any.
I pity any mage who is forced to rely on you for protection.
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
If Fainriel's not in one piece when I find him, I'm coming after you next.
Rein it in, friend. Was just trying to do the lad a good turn. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking? You might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Samson there is a prime example of what happens to Templars when they stop being Templars. Because lyrium is more or less a substance that caused them to be addicted to it, and coming off of it really messes you up. Here in the warehouse, though, just gotta clear out the place first before we can find anything useful, at least. Yes, there are traps as well that the computer players step on. I keep forgetting to put in transitions. That, just kind of looting a whole bunch of worthless stuff. Up here is where we actually need to be. Because through this door...
Get a hold of her!
Please, help me. Anyone?
Get the hands! I heard they can't do no spells without hands.
You know nothing of magic.
That don't look good. And that is an abomination. Which is what happens when a mage is kind of possessed by a demon. Which can happen through a variety of reasons. Needless to say, they're stronger than most and can kill you pretty quickly right now at that point in the game when you first encounter them. And isn't that some interesting news? Seems Thrask has a mage for a daughter that we just killed. Oh. I'm sure he won't mind.
That poor girl. Who do you suppose she was? We should see if there's anything here to identify her.
But here in this chest is what we need. And what we need is that. And... huh. We happen to know a man named Agud. So let's
How come you and Wesley
head over here and meet up with him.
Sorry if that's too personal.
It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a Templar. We knew that our personal lives would have to wait. Distance never mattered, but we ran out of time. It is what it is.
Now that he's gone, do you ever wish?
That's too personal.
Why, look here, boys. Volunteers. Clap them in irons and let's see what the Tevinters will pay for them.
The boy you bought from Captain Rayner. Where is he?
Feisty don't get you a better price. Shut this bitch up.
How about you?
Danzig is a mage. The annoyance that it is. And he has scripted points where you can't stop him from being able to teleport. It's one of the more annoying factors with some of the fight encounters is the fact of spawning is really messed up, and at certain points enemies seem to just take a ridiculous amount of damage for just the final little bit of their bar that's needed to kill them. And for no reason at all, really.
Let's finish this!
There's got to be something here that shows where he shipped Fainrail.
And right there at the end of that fight, Anders used an ability who picked up Haste. It increases, if I remember correctly, move speed and attack speed by a little bit. But on our way out, we're ambushed. This is a scripted thing that will happen after a certain point in the main storyline. When you travel out of town, you'll run into this. Now you can completely dodge it, but it will keep showing up because this is actually a point where you get a main quest. At least I think it was main quest. You come across this dwarf being ambushed by a whole bunch of spiders. And with 2 guards, they just can't seem to handle it.
Stop your shaking, dwarf. You're safe.
No thanks to this lot, can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
There a job in this rambling?
Name is Javaris Tintop, and I need someone to help me court the Qunari. Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
I have heard of this. It's why their ships are so feared.
So it's some kind of Qunari magic. What use that to a dwarf?
If it is magic, it's a kind you can assemble, and dwarves do that very well. But that Arishok, he won't deal, said I have the same mercenary disease as their outcasts, the Tal Vashoth. He says I'm not worthy, but he had this look in his eyes, so I figure I'll hire some blades and...
And you're going to prove yourself by killing Tal Vashoth outlaws?
Problem being, I'm no warrior, but I can pay.
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The Chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
What's the point when we already have magic that can do the same thing?
Maybe you have magic, all tough and human and whatnot. But what of the common man? How does he remove stumps from his land, or produce them on his enemies? What does he do when he needs a hole far too fast? Magic is hard to market, but this stuff you can put in a bag.
I suppose there could be a reward for these Tal Vashoth.
As long as you do it, I'm happy. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
Well, we were on our way to Wounded Coast
You ever miss Ferelden?
Of course. It was home. I would never have left willingly. But I'm not going to be my father and spend my life trying to live a memory.
I didn't think I'd give it a second thought once I was gone. I mean, what did Ferelden ever do for me? But I do. I think about it. There's something here that just doesn't feel right.
You mean how mages are treated?
No. I think there's not enough dog shit.
And I went the wrong way here. It's the, it's a further on path that lead to the Qunari. Here's the Slaver's Cave. We infiltrate to save Finriel. Has a couple things in here, and is a place you cannot get back to after you leave. So you kind of want to get everything when you're here. Oh, this is a very, very annoying place to fight. It's a large open area, and the enemies just spawn in the corners, basically, which causes for a lot of running around. Right. Cut out the looting and press onwards.
Take one more step and the boy dies.
Now, if I had brought Varric, there's a prompt here that allows Varric just to shoot the guy.
Undamaged mage flesh.
Which does help.
Market price.
Give me
But
the boy and all your gold, and I'll let you live.
I want to show off Anders a little bit more before I kind of put him away, because he's not overly needed.
Now you fall!
This is another spot where you can tell they are kind of really bad on enemy spawning, because up here's the guy we're supposed to be killing, and all down on the ground is where everyone spawns, and it becomes a bottleneck because the hitboxes of your characters cannot all properly fit on the stairs. So, as you notice, Bethany died. There is an achievement for going 1 full year in Kirkwall, which is basically 1 act, without having anybody in your party die. That is actually a very difficult thing to do, simply because of stuff like this.
You would have let him kill me. He had a sword at my throat, and you just... I mean, thank you, but what if you were wrong?
If I was wrong, you'd be dead. But so would an ugly gang of slavers.
Huh. Who are you? Are you working for the Templars?
Your mother sent me.
Huh. Hardly a difference. I can't believe her. My whole life it was all, I'll love you and protect you. Then I have some bad dreams and it's off to the Templars.
I'm here to help you, Fainrail.
Why? You don't even know me.
Locking mages up over an accident of birth is unjust.
Well, my birth was certainly an accident. If I weren't half human, we'd be living with the Dalish. I'd be trained by a keeper, not hustled into the gallows like a bad secret. That's where I was trying to go. See if they'd take me in. I'm as much Dalish as human.
Elf, human. The only thing that matters is the demons.
Look, I'm not completely ignorant. I know why they lock mages up. I've heard the demons whispering. But the Dalish, they've been working magic well before humans were in these lands. Surely, the Keeper can train my magic, as well as a bunch of Templars.
If there is another place he can harness his gifts, I cannot blame him for wishing to go there.
If there was another way, the Circle would know it.
Enough discussion. You want the elves, then go fast, before the Templars find you.
Thank you. I did not. In my wildest dreams, I could not have foreseen this. Thank the creators, you were the one my mother hired to find me. I will forever be in your debt, friend.
So, who's going to tell Mother, dearest? She must be just dying to hear what happened.
You can notice here and here, shortly before this,
Your son is with the Dalish.
Bethany had the word injured under her health bar and mana bar. That happens when you become unconscious and get knocked out in a fight. You'll wake up after it, but you'll have less max HP until you take an injury kit, or you go to your house.
We have found neither hide nor hair of the lad, Fainrail. I can only think he has fallen victim to demons or slavers.
I found
He doesn't need to know where he
It was
is.
addressed to you. It seems to be from your daughter.
My daughter? Then you know what she is. How she died.
I killed her.
When I traced her to that warehouse, I should have forced her into the Circle. My own weakness in the face of her pleas is what destroyed her. It is why I urged Ariani not to give in when Fainrail wished to hide. If only I had been so strong for Olivia.
Be strong for Olivia.
She deserved to die. And you'd better pay up if you don't want that news getting to the Knight Commander. Cruel and petty.
You monster. Fine. Money is what you wish to avoid dragging my Olivia's name through the mud. You shall have it. Now be gone. You have your money. What more do you want?
I'll see you next time.